Hello, hello.
All right. I want you to write in the chat real quick something interesting for the past week that happened to you. Like in short, just some good English I want to see. Tell me what happened in your life. If nothing happened, you can think of something, interesting to tell me. Like for example, just an interesting event that happened in your life within the past 1 or maybe 2 weeks. Okay, Quang Anh? Quang Anh, is it okay?
Yes, teacher.
All right, let's go in the chat. Naman, I can't see you typing. Let's see, we have a new student, Kanvi. Hello. Are you underwater right now? Can you speak? Kanvi, can you speak? Hello? No, can you please unmute your microphone and speak, please?
Yeah, I can speak. This is Tiffany.
Okay, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Can you hear me and see me well?
Yes,
Very good. So I'm Stas Ree. This is the first time you are studying with me, right?
yes.
It's nice to meet you here. Thank you for joining on time, almost. And yeah, can you please also in the chat say something about your past week or two, maybe some event that happened, something interesting. It's like a part one question for you guys, right? Tell me about an interesting thing that happened recently. Maybe part one, part two. Could be short, could be a little longer. So for example, Zoom, you said a new school year has just started. So tell me a little bit more about that, right? In the chat. So I want everyone to say something more. Some comments, details, right? Like in IELTS, right? You need to add details even if there's not much to talk about. You need to kind of like squeeze them out or think of something interesting. So Quang Anh, Nam An, I don't see much there. I need more. Quang Ming, what's happening? I can only see your glasses and eyes. Quang Ming, take a look at Kind V. She's a new student and I can already see her well. You've been a student with me for like, what, 8 months already? And I still have problems seeing you every time. So just fix it already. Lower the camera, make sure I can see your face. Quang Ming, it's easy. You're a smart person. I know you can figure it out. Why is it so hard? So, Kenvi, we have a chat, right? Write something interesting. What has happened recently? I want to see. I'll ask you a few questions based on that. And in the meantime, I'll prepare a few things. New student, Chang Wen, or is it someone I know already? Yeah, we have Ming Chao, right? New student. Okay. Naman, you can tell me more. Zoom, I am still waiting for more. Kongmeng, something else? What's happening in your life? Tell me in the chat. Quang also, what are we doing? Wasting time or are we working? Chao Nguyen, you there or not? Guys, let's not waste time, please. We have very limited time. You only meet me once a week. I want this meeting to be more effective. So I need more details from everyone. And actually, I think we'll move on to this Google Doc right now. I'll ask you a question, so get ready to answer in writing for now. A little warm up for you. And I'll share the screen as well. Okay, so a few quick questions first. So Zung is saying that your school has just had a starting. What is a starting ceremony? That doesn't sound right. Like an opening ceremony, maybe, or but also probably not the best way to say it. Just a ceremony of a new school year, and it was exhausting, but at least it didn't under the scorching heat, because my school has. You got fans in your yard, right? That's very good in your schoolyard. All right. Who else do we have? Kanvi said, how do we write joined, right? Not joined, but joined an astronomy club 2 days ago. Can you tell us more about it? Kanvi, can you speak?
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
You are talking about you're saying something about an astronomy club 2 days ago. Can you tell us more?
It's nothing, but I just joined the club as a collaborator. And it's from another school, so I didn't know anyone in the club, so I was pretty nervous, but I try my best to get.
But what do you do there?
I haven't done anything there. I just chatting
I mean,
on the.
what do the people do there?
I don't really know because.
So why did you join an astronomy club? Like, are you interested in astronomy, in space?
And not at all. I don't even like. I know nothing about astronomy. I just joined it because I find it interesting, and I'm kind of free right now, so I just want to join club.
So do you know what they're supposed to do there?
I just know that they have, like, sometimes they held an event. Yeah, it's like I don't really know about it because I haven't.
What kind of event, in short?
Like I know nothing about the club. I just joined it because I saw it on Facebook.
Well, it feels a bit strange to join a club and know nothing about it apart from the name. So astronomy clubs, they usually study space. They have some sort of a telescope at least or two, and they study what planets or something, right? Stars. So maybe at least that you should know. But okay. Who else do we have here? Nam-an, tell us about your school being flooded. Did you have to swim a little bit at least?
No.
No, that's unfortunate.
I went through the flooded area by my bike, and I kind of struggled through the flooded area. And
But is your school okay? Sorry, you almost what?
It's okay now. It's okay now.
You almost what?
I almost fell, and I lost my a part of my phone on that trip. Yeah.
What does that mean? Part of your phone?
It's like a cover of the SIM card. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, very good. Anything else?
Nothing, unfortunately.
All right, Zoom, what can you tell us about your new school year?
I'm not ready.
To
I'm
study?
not ready for the new school year.
Well, you can ask to join a little later, right? Like next month or something?
Oh,
No one will allow you to, right?
yeah.
Why are you not ready?
Like my mother wouldn't and my school wouldn't either, so Like
I mean,
it's
why
obvious.
aren't you ready?
Right. Well, I haven't really studied anything during the summer break, so I'm like unprepared right now.
Hmm.
And also I have a lot of projects going on, so it's gonna be difficult for me to manage all the work I will have to do.
So you'll have a lot of work to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's start writing in the document right now, okay? You have a topic to describe a story somebody told you that you remember. You can use expressions, well, once upon a time, or captured my imagination, narrative, or moral, or anything else related. And I want to see how well you can do this. It's a little warm-up for us. I still have a few questions for, let's see, Quang Anh, what have you? What can you tell us? What has happened recently? What's happened?
About me.
Yeah. You said on Wednesday
Because
and Thursday last week, you didn't go to school because they rehearsed for parade, all right? So tell us more about that.
I remember at that time on Wednesday, actually I had to go to school on that day, but then it was a storm number 3, we firestorm. I remembered,
What
and
is storm
uh,
number 3? What is that again?
um, in Vietnamese they call some storms by the number. Like the Yagi storm will be a storm number 5.
Will be? Will it
Like
happen again?
uh, like in Vietnam, they call some storm by a number.
I understand. Okay. So
Yeah,
is it
for
the Kajiki
example,
one, the 13 one? Kajiki?
I don't know, but yeah,
Because I remember there was a storm number, I mean, a typhoon number 13 recently. Are you talking about that one or not?
nope.
A
I
different
talk
one.
about the typhoon number 3 is
Interesting.
called We Far.
Which part of
Last
Vietnam is it in?
uh in the Hanoi.
In Hanoi. Okay.
Yeah, I have
Mm.
just searched on the Google and
Searched. I've just
searched.
searched.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Tell us more. Thank you. It's very
and
interesting.
then on that day, my parents tried their best to take me to school, but then I had to go back to my home because my teacher afraid that it can
My
be.
teacher, what? Afraid it is wrong. Cannot say that.
Oh, how can I say that?
Was afraid.
Yeah, my teacher was afraid that it could be uh, the rain could be more could be stronger, so it it would be
It could get
very
worse. Like
dangerous
say,
for.
the teacher was afraid it could get worse again.
Yeah, it could get worse. So they allowed us to went back to our home
They allowed us
and
to what?
to go back to our
Homes.
homes. Yeah. So on Wednesday, I just stayed at home and play video games with my friends.
And
Cannot
what?
go out and
Played.
played
Played.
video games with my friends.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. You can continue in the Google document, okay? In the docs.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Kanvi. Are you writing? I don't see you writing, Kanvi. Can you join the document? Write your name and start writing?
Yes, I'm writing it, but not in the doc.
You should
Okay.
write it in the document, please. Is it possible?
Yes, I'm writing in a draft before I
No,
put
no,
it.
no, no, no. You need to write right there, okay, please.
Okay.
It's like speaking. You just put your thoughts into words in real time. I need to see that, your thought process, okay? You only have about 2 minutes left. Let's go. Hurry up, Kanvi. I need to see it. Otherwise, I count it as not working, and I will have to notify the manager that you're not working in the class. Please do that. Next, we have, who else is not right? Kwang Ming is doing a good job, I think. Yeah, look at Kwang Ming. He's writing really well. Nice. Kwang Ming said that you went back to your secondary school. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, it happened
Yeah.
today.
Can I ask you to lower your camera a little bit?
In the morning, because whenever it's the start of the school, like school time, I usually go back to my secondary school as the way, school year, as a way to maybe meet my old schools, and sometimes even, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just a tradition of mine. Like, I often went there every single year. And
One more time. One more time. I
went back there, or
You mean regularly? I go back. Not went.
went. Yes.
Ming, I can hear myself when I speak. That's very hard. For me. So can you remove the echo? Yeah. You can maybe change the device. You can speak through the purple device. Yeah. You've joined already. And listen through the other. Like ideally, you listen and speak through the same device. That way, there's no echo. Ming Chao, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. Have we met? I think you've joined already once, right?
Yes, we've met once.
Yeah. And can you use like a laptop or something so we can see you clearly?
Yeah, let me change the device.
Yeah. Make sure that we can see you fully. Thank you. And hurry up, please. It's already 20 minutes into the lesson. Next, we have Kanvi. Are you writing? I don't see it. Can you please open the document and start writing? Where are you? V?
I'm having some problem with my devices right now. I'm trying.
What's the problem? I can help you.
I don't really know. I just don't understand. So,
You go to this link. Yeah, you can even do it on your phone, but ideally on the computer, it's easier to type. And then you open the link and just write your name, and you.
Okay.
And you start writing there. That's all I need you to do. You can also do it in the chat, but it's not easy to read for me. So yeah, better to do it in the document. If you tell me the problem, then I can help you also. Yeah, Naman has said an interesting thing. I like how you phrased it. You said, I saw the school had been flooded, but against all odds, I went through the flooded area just to realize that the class had been canceled. Very nice, Naman. I mean, that's a good way to say that. I saw the school. You just say, well, okay, yeah, had been flooded, and then you went through it, and yeah, class had been canceled. All right, let's see. Maybe Chao, could you speak a little bit as well? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There's an echo, yeah? So you could try a different device, maybe? I mean, or just use your computer, no? Don't forget to lower the camera so I can see you clearly. Or sit straight. Yeah. So, you ready to talk? Maybe you can use your computer's microphone. All right. And Chao, you can try the other device, but you need like the audio on that device too, right? So you turn on the audio there, and you turn off the audio on your laptop then. So the microphone and the audio should be working from the same device. That way you will not get any echo. Same for Kwang Ming. You mute your laptop. I mean, you like lower the volume until there's none. And then you only have the audio on your other device. All right, let's see. Taking a bit too long then. Let me check who's ready. Zoom, you have a pretty good writing here, pretty good paragraph already. Can you tell us, tell us about what you've written here.
So I am writing about like a story that my father used to tell me when I was small, about how he got to school back in his time, and like the story was just like a made up one, but it's made to like tell children to appreciate like what they have right now.
Mm-hmm. I see something like complained about how difficult it is. So it should be was, right? It was to go, or it used to be, when traveling to school during rainy days. Would tell me his story. You could just say this story of how he went to school. I see. He told me, or he used to tell me, that as a kid, he, you have like past perfect, had to climb. Is it perfect in past perfect tense?
Yeah, like normally I wouldn't talk like that, but it's writing, I don't know.
Like you're just saying that you've just said that father would tell me, that means regularly, and now you're saying he told me. You should probably keep it regular. He used to tell me that as a kid he had to climb just simple past mountains and swim through rivers to, you could also say to get to school, or to travel, to commute, you know, because way they had been wild. Again, past perfect doesn't work here. Just, you know, they used to be wild animals like tigers or lions chasing, attacking him. Okay, that's a great way to tell a story. Like a bit of an exaggeration. That's good. He had to run for his life. All that just to get a score. All right, good. Right. The convenience I get to enjoy regularly now. Right, get to. But it was intriguing. Both to me when I was a naive kid. What is low key? What does that mean?
Like, it's like kinda. I don't know. I learned it from TikTok, and I don't really know.
Well, low key is, from what I know, it's not like not in a big way. Well, let me see. Maybe I'm conflating it with something else. Yeah, correct. So it says something on a small scale rather than a lot of activity. So when you say low key funny means just a little bit funny, not hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I met that.
Okay. I needed to be able to explain what you mean. Yeah, to see, not just like say that. Okay, I heard it on TikTok, but right means not as impressive, not as important. Like, but usually people say it when they talk about like some sort of events, meetings. Keep like the conversation low key, right, quiet. Uh, so it's a little bit less common to use it with adjectives, but okay, I think it sounds all right here. You can continue, yeah. I would, if I were you, I would read it again and make changes and then continue. Just in case you spot any, it doesn't mean you have to make changes. Okay, so Ming Chao finally started writing, yeah? And who else do we have here? We have Fuong here, yeah? Hello, Fuong.
Sorry, I was late.
I am late. Well, okay, why? We started 6:30, yeah? Something was wrong with your internet?
Now I have like Excel class
Just
and
mention it in the group chat. Say, look, I have a guys like or teacher. I have an extra class. Would you be okay if I join late? Yeah, just don't assume that it's okay. Yeah, you need to simply ask. Ideally ahead, like one day ahead. Everything on time, and well, a bit more respectfully like that. Not just to me, but to our manager who's trying to make it happen for everyone. Thank you for joining, guys. I'm really happy to see you. Anything happened within the past week? Cool. Anything you'd like to share? Just as a warm up.
nothing. I don't have anything that's in particular.
In particular, what? Particularly interesting, you mean? Nothing in particular happened that would deserve attention?
I think so.
Okay. Well, you have the link, yeah, to the Google document. You should start immediately. Just start writing. Now, I want to hear from some other people. Who do we have? I see who has worked a lot. I feel like Huang Ang has been writing quite a bit. Can you tell us about your story?
I tell a story about my sister whenever I complained about
Wait, are
my
you talking
pressure.
about I tell us? What did you just say? I tell a story? What is that?
No, I tell you a story.
I tell you?
Mm,
This is
I talk about a story
I talk
that
about.
makes
Maybe another way you can think of?
I wanna introduce the story.
That's much better. You see? So you need to put a
Uh,
little bit more thoughts into what you're saying. Your English is great. I just want you to use it. Yeah? It's like
yeah,
you have a lot of strength, but you're not always like lifting your heaviest weights. Yeah? You're like lifting something easy sometimes. And I cannot see your full potential. So I want you to give it a bit more push, a bit more effort, when you speak. So you can truly showcase what you're capable of, if you know what I mean. So,
yep. So I would like to introduce a story that my sister always told me whenever I
always
complained
told,
about
let's say used to tell me, yeah? Used to tell me
used
all the
to tell
time.
over time when I complained about my pressure at school or at
Wait,
home.
pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah, my pressure. This when you say my pressure, it doesn't sound right. You need to immediately add that, right? And the pressure I got at school from my
Yeah,
teachers and peers and even my relatives or parents. Yeah.
yeah. And uh, about a story when I complained about my pressure that I
Pressure.
got at school, my pressure that I got at school from my teachers and also my friends. Um, this story was about her childhood. Uh, she tried to prove that it was more stressful than mine. She told me that when at that time she didn't have any technology, electronic devices, so it was hard to look forward and entertain player games on the mobile phone like me now. Moreover, at that time, my parents put one's nose to the greenstone to make ends meet. That's why it accidentally made
Wait, let's
them
talk about that
aggressive.
again. Something about the grindstone. What was it?
I learned about it. It was
Mhm.
a it is a idioms about working
An
hard. I remember.
idiom?
Yeah, a idiom,
An idiom?
an idiom about working hard, working nonstop.
Grindstone, not grindstone, but
Yeah,
grind.
yeah, grindstone.
So at that time, my parents put one's nose. One's means like someone's nose. Whose nose did they put there? Like you put, a grindstone is a round, like circly looking stone that spins fast, right? And you put your nose close to it because you're working hard, like you're trying to, I don't know, like work on some metal or something, and that way you're like very close to that spinning stone. That means that they put their nose, not
Yeah.
one's nose, not someone's nose, right? You
Mm,
know what I mean? One more
yeah.
time. So moreover,
Moreover, at that time, my parents put their nose to the grindstone to
do they
make
have
ends
one
meet.
nose between two people?
Oh, put their nose
Noses.
noses with the noses to the grindstone to make ends meet. And
Need. Come on. We need those sounds to sound like English, not like some other language, right? Me.
meet.
Yeah, stretch those sounds to make ends meet. You're using really good English here. I really like that. That's two idioms in one, guys. You can take a look. Nose to the grindstone to make ends meet, like a perfect way to combine two idioms, right? It's really nice. Did someone help you, or did you think of it yourself?
I think is myself.
I thought of it.
Yeah, I thought of it for myself.
Okay, next.
Yeah, to make ends meet. And that's why it accidentally made them aggressive
Doesn't
with
make
any
sense. It
mistakes.
accidentally doesn't sound right here.
Oh, it made them
Okay.
it made them aggressive with
Aggressive
any
also
mistakes.
doesn't sound right here. The paraphrase.
Made them angry with
I made them angry. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. So, they were very stressed,
yeah.
and that made them irritable. You could say irritable or frustrated. And you don't need to say anything about mistakes here or being aggressive or accidentally. Those words don't fit here, unfortunately. Right, next.
Yeah. And she also told me how hard it was to go to school. It took her about 5 kilometers to go to school and go back.
Five what?
5 kilometers.
Yeah, the z at the end, you need that. Okay.
Yeah. And in the recent in the recent years, I just knew that
What is
this
this?
was
I
a
just knew.
I just
Realized.
realized
Ria.
realized.
It's a slow word, right? You need to stretch that. Realized.
Realized.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just realized that this was a unreal story,
We don't say that. Like a fake
fake
story.
story, fake story,
Mm-hmm.
and
Made
however
up
it is,
story.
yeah, made up story, and however it inspired me very much whenever I heard it, and
Doesn't
it
make
boosted.
sense. All right, it makes sense, but it's not the best way to say it. It
Mm,
inspired me. It used to, then inspired me every time I heard it. Oh,
yeah,
it inspired me whenever I heard it. Inspired me very much. I would just say every time I heard it. Okay, and boosted what?
and boosted my energy. Yeah,
Let's say
like
confidence. Boosted
yeah, my
energy? No.
boosted my confidence.
Okay, good. That's enough, right? Thank you. You can
Yeah.
revise your writing there. Yeah. Who else do we have here? Viet Long. Hello. How's it going? Hello there.
It's
Mr.
fine. And sorry,
But I don't see you. We can't see your.
I'm here. I don't know why my camera is broken today. I am trying to fix
Maybe
it,
you
but
could restart your computer.
I haven't
You can
figured it
also
out
you
yet.
can also use your phone, like join on the computer and your phone. Use the camera from your phone, like that. Yeah. Just make sure that it's working. Try not to be late, guys. Yeah, so if you're done, like who's done? Like Zoom, yeah, I see you're trying to correct some writing from like others. That's great. Please keep doing that. Naman as well. So who's done here, right? Kwang Ming, anyone else who's finished? You need to check your writing, then check others' writing and correct it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, Kwang Ming, anyone who's ready? Kwang Nang, if you want to finish yours, you can finish it, or you can help others fix it as well. Who else would like to speak? Kwang Ming? Tell me about yours.
Okay, it's a really hard one to tell because I don't know why I'm thinking about it. I can thought about it.
Just, just do it, please.
Well, it's happened about like 10 years ago when I was
One more
just
time.
5 years old.
It's what?
Like it happened about like 10 years ago when I
Happened.
was like 5 years old, and
Good.
at that time I was really naughty and full of energy kid,
Okay.
and I always want to do something that is opposite to what my parents want me to.
Wanted.
Yes,
One more
and
time.
wanted me to, and the story that's still stuck in. So she began to like told me a lot of stories
Began what? What again?
to began telling me a lot of stories about the boogeyman, which is the kind of guy that will kidnap
I wouldn't
naughty
say it's a
children at
guy.
age.
Isn't it like a monster? Is it really a guy or a monster? Thought it was a monster.
Well, it's really a guy, but
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
how can I explain it? It's quite psychological, so I don't really want to say it. Well, it's basically originate from the the kidnapper who always like, or maybe the serial killer for some reason that my mother's always read on news and around the world because she is actually a journalist, so she knows a lot about the news around her. Um, well, just some kind of shadow figure who like proud or maybe hide uh, at night and searching for those who disobey their parents, like maybe some kind of in some kind of arguments, or maybe that children are too hard to teach that they had to maybe intervene. Also he would hide in the dark at the dark corner or under your bed every night if you are
You
and
have to
waiting until.
add dark corners in. Usually we say
Oh,
in dark, and we don't need the. So such a monster or such an entity, a thing like that would hide in dark corners or under bed. Why do you need the? The means like those beds. What are those? We don't know that, yeah? So we don't need the. You understand me?
yes.
So overuse, what is the problem here grammatically? Or an overuse of
I kind of overused.
the article
Oh,
the. Yeah?
the word there. Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind, right? Anything else you want to say?
No, I kind of. I am kind of out of content because I don't know why I use this topic.
No,
It's
that's
just quite
good.
weird.
It's no problem with it at all. This is actually the story that the examiner would want to hear. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So this is,
but
guys, I actually
it's
like this, what Ming is doing here. This is the kind of thing that is perfectly fitting. Yeah.
for sure. I just quite have a feeling that it's gonna take not enough time for the part 2 session. I just kind of feel like that.
Well, you can expand it while I'm working with others. You can add more. Fung is a little bit slow here, no? Yeah, we need to write a bit more. Who's not working? Is everyone working? Who doesn't have anything to do? Are there people like that? Naman, let's go. Your story.
So my story was a time that my grandma told me about her experience of escaping a house that was on fire.
Okay. Let's continue.
And wait, so I just tell you
Just in
like
short, come on. Like, you don't need to read it, right? You already know the story. You
yeah,
just talk about it. You don't look at it like move away your screen, move it away from the story. Just look at me and speak.
uh there was a house that was on fire, and it was near to her house, and the fire, it spreads like wildfire, and eventually it came to her house, I think, and
Reached. I wouldn't say
was
came, like reached her
came,
house. We wouldn't say you
yeah,
use the verb come with fire, I think. Okay.
and she was trapped on a in a small room,
Mm-hmm.
and she decided to go through the fire, and it worked. It worked, and she had although she was injured, but still she escaped death. Yeah.
She escaped
Yeah.
death. How again?
um Going through the fire.
Okay. Until this day, she still think? Come on.
I mean,
She still think. Come on. She still thinks that that was the best decision that she had ever made throughout her 69 years of this. That's a very interesting way to put it. That's a very natural English. Thank you for writing it well. All right, Kwang Ming, are you helping others fix their writing too, or something? Yeah, we need to keep working, everyone. Fuang, we need to write more. Zoom, you can help anyone. Just make sure that you spot issues, that would be great. Now I would like to hear from actually Ming Chao. You there?
Yes.
Okay, you keep writing a little. You have a bit more time now. I'd like to hear from Kan Vi then. You've got a lot here. That would be very interesting to hear. Guys, we keep working, right? You've done Viet Long, for example. You have this Google document, yeah? You go over the document, you find the topic, you start writing your answer. At the very least, you can correct the written answers already here, yeah? Long, we need to work. So Can Vi, please. Hello.
Yes.
So, are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Well, what is it about? What did you write about?
It is a story that my friends told me days ago. The only story I remember right now.
Very good.
Okay.
I really like this. I don't really remember the details. That's actually kind of like a natural way to begin that. Or I wouldn't say don't remember the detail. I don't remember the details very well. Yeah, you could just say focus on like not remembering them clearly. Because obviously you remember some details. It's just that you don't remember them like precisely. Yeah? You know what I mean? Okay, let's continue. Well, tell us the story, please.
What do you want me to tell?
The story, yeah. Tell us the story that you try not to read it, right? You've written it already. Just try to
Yes.
look at me. I'm right here. I'm your examiner. Just want to hear the story. Let's go.
Okay, so just a few days ago, a friend of mine told me a story about her ex. I don't remember the details very well, but overall, I can remember the story clearly. So it was like her ex, I'm gonna call him Tung. Yeah, has some problems with his family. His parents, like, they don't really care about him. Or I should say that they do not care about him at all. And there was this one day when our class had a parents meeting. So that's joined because the teacher directly message him, like straight up commanding him to participate. Because he wouldn't come if no one forced him. During the meeting, he wasn't paying attention to the speech, so he missed the important information. It was like, as far as I remember, it's about something like writing need applications. The deadline was the following day, and of course, Dung didn't get the info. So when he got to class, being the only one who didn't bring the applications.
No, actually, so these are corrections by one of the students, Zuong here. I corrected you. I think your original was better. So Tung didn't get the info, so when he was the only one. Yes, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, he was the only one who didn't bring the applications. He got scolded really hard by the teacher.
What is applications? Is it like several of them?
I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just like
the word application doesn't make sense here. Well, so you need to think of maybe some documents. You mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Documents. Applications is a very specific, like a narrow kind of word. It is used in very specific circumstances, and it doesn't seem like this is the right place for this word. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be like that would lower your score if you were to speak like that. Right. Next, continue.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue. Yeah, he got scolded very hard by the teacher.
Scolded.
Yes, scolded. Then he came home with like an anger inside, and got into a big quarrel with his dad.
Quarrel.
He drove his bike to his girlfriend's or my friend's house to sleep. The story stopped there because she didn't elaborate the story despite my bag. I didn't know how to
Despite,
read.
what is my bag? We don't say it
I
like
beg
that.
you to please say more about it.
My begging.
Yeah, my begging.
I didn't know how to react to that story. Okay, okay, very good. I actually really like the way it's written. Who helped you with this? Did something help you write this?
Don't know.
Just your brain and you, right? Nothing else?
Yes, yes.
Very good. This is really well written. Zung here, you're saying that this part is unnecessary, right? Why do you think so?
Like, I don't know.
So I feel like it is fitting here because we are having here, we have here what we have commanding him and wouldn't come if no one had forced him, right? So that is directly related to the fact that the parents don't care, right? Otherwise, that information would be a little less clear. Like, I mean, it would be like out of nowhere. Like, why would you need to command, or like, why wouldn't they come, right? The parents, just because they don't care. So I think it is relevant. But okay, it's your opinion. You don't need to remove that. We all have different ways of understanding things, so it doesn't mean you're wrong. Just something to think about, yeah? Okay. Also, Ming had a correction here. So he came home angrily. That's a bit different, actually, from like with anger. With anger inside, and actually, anger is uncountable. We cannot say an anger, right? So just he came home with like some anger inside. That's different than angrily. Different from the meaning. But there's a better way to say this, right? So he came home frustrated, or let's say upset, or not himself. There are many ways. All right. I kind of lost the story a bit, like because there's kind of so many events happening one by one. Feels like maybe you should wrap it up a bit sooner. You might not have time to explain everything unless you speak really fast. So what's the, in short, Kanvi, what's the story about? In very short.
Gonna sum it up in a sentence. Let me think about it. So Tung had a fight with his dad and came to his girlfriend's home to sleep. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. All right, I see. Well, yeah, that you need to be able to sum up things in short. I like your language, though. Well done. You definitely have a potential to get a 7 in speaking. Is that your goal, or higher?
So 7 is my goal.
Yeah, so you definitely have a potential if you keep working hard, because right now it's just writing, yeah, and I don't even know if it was completely yours, but I'm hoping that's yours. So well done, guys. This is how we do it. This is pretty much perfect with a few corrections here and there. Ming Chao has written hers as well. Everyone, I'd like you to take a look, right? So Kanvi, for example, now you're done. You can check your own essay. You can check essays of others. Yeah, so we're not like taking a nap now. We're like all working still. Yeah, so you just open another essay, take a look. Think, does it make sense? Can we improve it somehow? Yeah? Or for suggestions through writing, can we open another essay, look at it critically, right? And change it a little bit. Everyone. Quang Anh, Naman, Zoom, you can continue working. Quang Ming. Viet Long especially. Has Viet Long even participated here? Yeah,
I
I see.
am.
Yeah, you're writing. That's good. You can check Viet Long's writing, for example. Yeah. Kanvi, let's work. Let's work. Show me that you're working, please. Phuong as well. Keep writing. Yeah, you're writing. Okay, that's what you're writing. Well, Ming Chao, let's go. In short, tell us about the story.
Yes. Well, if my memory serves me right, then back when I was still in elementary school, my grandmother would often tell me about Vietnamese
Do
animal
you think
fables
it
and
makes
fairy tales.
sense to start with this? With the memory saying? Does it fit here or not?
Can you repeat that?
So you see, you're starting with, if my memory serves me right, yeah? Does this fit here? Is this a good way to start? Does it connect well with the rest of the sentence? Your opener. Zoom, can you help Phuong check her writing as well? Thank you. So, Ming Chao, do you understand what I'm saying or not? Do you need help?
Yes, I can.
So, does it sound good to you? Like, if my memory serves me right, my grandmother would usually tell me. So it doesn't really connect well. I see a disconnect. So would usually tell me. We don't even need usually here, right? Just my grandma would tell me something, right?
Yes.
That doesn't connect with if my memory serves me right. It doesn't work together. They don't go together. Is it clear or not? Let's think together. Yeah, let's try to think hard, brainstorm. So you should start like this, right? Then I'm gonna tell you about my grandma's fables, right? That's your core idea. Grandma's fables, yeah.
Yes.
So you start with that. So you say something like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna tell you about my grandma's story. So my grandma would tell me some fables about Vietnamese animals or something, or some sort of fairy tale, some Vietnamese fairy tales, yeah? Minh Chao?
Yeah. Yes.
And then you can add that if my memory serves me right, that happened when I was still in elementary school. So this part, it should come later. You should probably start with the important information first. That like I'm gonna talk about some fables my grandma used to tell me, and if my memory serves me right, it was sometime in elementary school. I don't think you need this. Like, if my memory serves me right, just say like back when I was still in elementary. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
So I'll continue with the next sentence.
You don't need to read it, right? We're practicing talking. You wrote it for yourself. Now you don't read it. You just tell me. Yeah. Why do you need to look at it? Close it. Look at me. You're practicing speaking, not reading.
The one I can vividly recall the most was the story about the origin of the Vietnamese. It was called The Children of the Dragon, Grandchildren of the Immortal.
Okay, let's start it over. Can you start again, please?
So back when I was still in elementary school, my grandmother would tell me about Vietnamese animal fables and fairy tales. And
Well, like we tell stories, we tell fables. When you say something like about, tell me about the fables, that's different. But telling a fable or a story and telling about it, those are different things. You understand? So you probably mean that she used to tell you those stories, right? Fables. Okay, continue.
So the story took place back in the ancient times with the main
Which
characters being
story? You mean the stories?
the story.
One story or stories? What is it?
The story.
But you're talking about fables here, many, right? So is it one story or many?
Just one. I'm talking about one story.
Then you said, but you've already said fable. My grandma would tell me fables. And here you have, yeah, among them, the one I can vividly recall the most was Legend Behind the Origin of the Vietnamese. Of the Vietnamese, you mean people?
Yes, the Vietnamese people.
Uh-huh. That should be here as people to make it clear. Okay. All right, next.
Well, the story took place in the ancient times with the main characters being Lạc Long Quân, a young man whose vein flowed with dragon blood, and Oka, a crane fairy.
Okay, so we don't need names because they will be completely skipped by the examiner. The examiner will not hear the names. You know why? Because the examiner does not speak Vietnamese, and they will be confused to hear that in the middle of your English speech, especially when you know, shoot it out like that very fast. It will not be heard. You know, it will be heard as some sort of an error. You know, so it's better to introduce that properly. So there are what two main characters, and you just say a young man and a crane fairy. And if you have to say their names, you can say, and in Vietnamese, their names were this, this, that, and that, and that. Yeah, but you don't need to say the names at all. So next.
And so they eventually fell in love. They got married, and the mother gave birth to a 100 egg bag. And together they took turn looking after the bag until the eggs finally hatched, and then came the emergence of 100 babies, both boys and girls, who later became the ancestors of the Vietnamese people. However, as the children grew older, their parents decided to part their ways so that one could rule the ocean while the other took reins of the land.
Took the right. Next.
And the father took 50 and took 50 of the children, while the mother took the other half. And the 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 eldest child later became the later became the ruler of the old Vietnamese kingdom.
Okay, that's a very, very interesting story. I actually love it. Very nice. Well done, Ming Chao. I love your language and your pronunciation sounds really good. So yeah, keep practicing. Just a few minor things, right? Like with some of the word combinations and the logic when using some of the starters, right? Make sure it all makes sense. Vietnamese names as well. Overall, I really like it. Well done. Something like this is what we need to get a 7 or higher. Now we'll move on to the next one. So, Ming Chao, take a look at the writing of others. See if you can find mistakes or some improvements that you can make. Yeah. Who else do we have? We have Phương here. Would you like to speak? Phương, is Phương here? No? She's not here. Oh, interesting. All right. Okay, then who else? Long. Let's go. Oh, yeah, Long.
What?
Can you speak, please? Tell us about your
You call me?
story. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. When
Yeah.
I was a child, I was always really excited about Christmas because at that time I believed that Santa Claus would show up and put some gifts under the Christmas tree for me. One day, one of
Not
my
the.
older friends. Okay. But one day, one of my older friends told me that, bro, Santa Claus it is not real. It's just your parents who put the presents under the tree. At at that time, I didn't believe that at all. However, when I grew older, I start noticing small
Started.
details. That I started noticing small details. For example, I once saw my parents hiding presents in the wardrobe, and I also found the letters that I wrote for Santa. That is the moment when I finally accepted that uh, that old man in the red suit is just an imagination. Although I was a little bit disappointed, I, I learned something is way more important. Like Santa Claus is just a symbol of kindness and and giving. That is the things that bring joy to people at Christmas.
Brings. Can you say that? Brings joy.
Brings.
How do we spell Santa Claus? No E at the end, yeah?
Spell.
Both DE.
Without the E, yeah?
I think there is.
Yes.
Well, something new you learn every day. Yeah, Long. Oh, okay. All right, I have Long left. So, Fuong, your turn. Hurry up, please.
As far as I remember, when I was a kid, maybe
Are you reading?
half
Are you reading?
half
Or
reading,
speaking?
half remember.
Oh, I see. 50-50, right? Well, in the real test, do you plan on reading a little bit too?
No.
Why
Yes.
not? You have some notes, right? So you can look at the notes and you can do some reading a little bit, some looking at the notes. Not much reading, right? Just mostly like getting some ideas from the notes. So it's okay to look at it, but still, let's do it without looking at the text. So you can just look away, look at me. Yeah. Try to do zero reading.
Okay, so as far as I remember, when I was a kid, maybe 7 or 10 years old, one time, like before bedtime, my grandmother told me about a tales about the golden
One more
turtle.
time. About what? Told me
A tales. I forgot to
tails, like
name.
many tails or one tail?
Only one tales.
Why tails should be tail? One tail.
Told me
Like-
about tales about
No.
the
About. Wait. We don't need about. That's a different thing. Told me a tail.
my
About.
my grandma told me a tale about the golden turtles, which is a legend in Vietnamese history. This story was about a king who found a magic sword that helped him fight against the country's enemies. And to reward the turtles, he sailed into the lake and had it returned and make a temple to worship the turtles. Since the words, since the sword, since the power of the swords was really helpful with the war, and the most significant reason that I remember is this story remember this story is because my grandma told me so many times every night before I go to bed, and she's always make the voice
You need to
sound,
make sure to keep it past simple if it's in the past. Yeah?
and also she always made the voice sound dramatic, like she was a voiceover actress. Moreover, she told me that this story was really important to every child since it embraced the bravery of the king and also showed that the power which is not belong to a human must be returned
Doesn't belong.
doesn't belong to a human, must be returned to where it belongs,
To where it belongs.
where it belongs.
Okay.
And in this story, in this story, the sword belongs to
Sword. We say sword.
the sword belongs to the golden turtle gods. And after all, I felt really nostalgic whenever I remember or visited the temple. So to be honest, at the time I didn't fully understand the values of the story, but as I grew up older, I felt.
As I got older.
But as I grew older,
Got older.
I felt proud as the story shows a bravery part in my country's history.
Bravery part, it just shows bravery from of the Vietnamese people, yeah?
Yeah. Even if
Okay, that's all right, because that's enough for part 2. A bit too much already. You need to learn to speak faster, or like shorten your story a little bit, because you don't have that much time in part 2. Yeah, very good. Thank you, guys. Now let's work together. Zung, can you please join this meeting with Kind V? You know what to do, right? So you can explain to the new student, and you have the room already waiting. I want you to work fast and hard. I mean, like as many questions as you can. Ideally, yeah. Okay. Same for Quang Anh, Quang Minh. You have, guys, you should pay attention. In the chat, there's a link. Let's go there. Quang Anh, Quang Minh, work together, please. Part 3 questions mostly right now. If you need me to give you the part 3 questions, you ask me. Yeah. Kind V, you need to join the meeting with the with Zoom. Yeah, okay. Get Long also, I've sent you a link with Naman, yeah? In the chat there's a link. So yeah, Kan V, you can join. Zoom is there already. So you can leave this meeting and join the other one, okay? Kan V. Let me send you the link one more time, yeah? There's this link for Kan V. Yeah. Join that and leave this meeting, and Zoom will explain to you everything, okay? So, Get Long, can you please begin? Naman, make sure Vitlong is working. Let me know if something is not working out for you. Okay, you can leave this meeting, Naman. Yeah. Quang Anh, Quang Minh, you need to also join yours. Yeah. Wait, sorry, Quang Anh, Quang Minh, I gave you the wrong one, I think, yeah? Here's yours. This should be for Quang Anh and Quang Minh. Again, this is for Quang Anh and Quang Minh. Guys, let's go. Let's work as many part 3 questions as you can. Okay, you can also do role plays. but you need to show me what you're doing in the chat so I can check. Quang Lang, do you need help? There's a link in the chat. Let's go there. Okay, you've joined, good. And you can leave this meeting. And then all right, Kwang Ming, you can also join the other meeting. The other room.
Teacher, I
Yeah?
have a problem. I
Yeah?
cannot join the other room.
Can you
some
try
reason.
again? Can you maybe can you leave this room first and then join the other one? This one. You can try to leave this first.
Leave this first.
Leave here.
Leave here.
Okay, so Fuong and Ming Chao, we need to work now. Ming Chao, make sure you're visible fully. Fuong as well. There's like a proper mock test. One of you is the examiner, listening, writing down mistakes in the chat. I need to see what you're listening, what you're talking about. You need something to talk about after every answer, like something like did make sense, something was a mistake, yeah? That kind of listening. So you prove to me that you're listening by catching mistakes, okay? Fuong, you can start. If you need questions, I can send them to you. They are from homework. You can just use the homework document if you need me to help you. Questions are here. You can pick any.
Thank you. So we start with part 1 and
No. Let's not do part 1, part 2 anymore. Let's just do part 3.
So what factors should people consider when choosing a career?
Well, I believe that when it comes to making decision of your career, there are lots of factors to be considered, and with one of them being your passion. Usually, when you're passionate about something, you tend to have more motivations to do it, and you can feel more inspired to do when doing what you like, and also um, and vice versa, which means that when you have to work with things that you don't take an interest in, it usually makes you it usually left you feel bored and uninterested. Another important factor is salary. Some people decided to not chase their dream due to the fact that the opportunity for higher salary for that specific kind of domain are fairly low, or they just uh, so with jobs that can provide sufficient income, people tend to choose them over their preferred careers.
Could you repeat the last sentence one more time?
I think people tend to choose jobs that can provide a higher income than their preferred careers.
Do you think people usually have several preferred careers or just one?
I think just one.
So should we say career instead, maybe?
Yeah, career. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, now I want to see what we do next. Fuan, can you tell me what do we do next?
We are going to review her answer.
Let's go.
And actually, in overall, I think
In
her,
overall?
like,
Overall, no
overall,
in, yeah?
yeah. Overall, the speech was really good.
We don't need to say that. We don't need to say good or bad, just specific problems. Are there any specific things or are there none?
I think it's none.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, don't waste time. If things you said it usually left you feel, so you can discuss that, for example. So it usually leaves you feeling, yeah? That's for
Yeah.
Meng Chao. Another one, you have some people decided. We're talking about general things. We don't need past simple here. Just decide to not, or decide not to chase something. Okay. Overall, the answer, yeah, is pretty good. I don't see many issues. Just a little bit incoherent by the end because I feel like a bit of a disconnect between what you're trying to say and the way the words come out. It's going to be too slow, and I want you to get to the point sooner, or I want you to summarize at the end what you're saying, like one more time, to make sure the listener understands what you mean. I'm afraid the examiner might lose the train of your thought and, just kind of mark it lower because of that. And the last thing was also salary for that domain are fairly low. There's a bit, the word domain, I'm not sure if that's fitting. A salary should be is. Just repeat that thing, yeah. You should have a habit of rephrasing your own thoughts immediately in part 3, especially if they drag out and drag on for too long, yeah. No, that's a good habit to have. Fuang, thank you for listening. Now, what do we do next, guys? I'm testing you. What's the next step?
Going to ask me another part 2 question.
Yeah. So you switch. You take turns. Now, Minchao, you choose any question you like. You can even choose the same one. If you like that question, you can repeat it back at Fuang and listen, or you can pick any other topic or same topic, different question. You can put the question in the chat, or you could just ask it. Better to ask it, to be honest. But in the chat, I'll see that you are doing that question. Either way is fine. And you need to write in the chat, or you can use a pencil at first, a pencil or a pen. You note down a few issues. Then you write them in the chat just to show me what you've talked about. Because I'm not going to be here with you the whole time, yeah? Because I have a lot of other students here. Well, let's go. Let's continue.
And so my question is, why do people like to travel to foreign countries?
In my perspective, people prefer traveling to another country instead of their countries. The first reason is that foreign country is kind of attracted to many peoples. The people living in this one country, they like spend half of their life or like what they are usually do in just one countries. So in occasion or holidays, they prefer going to another place, not only to learning about a new land, but to also like to watch and please like really admire the sceneries of another countries. And the second reason is that people prefer traveling like longer days. It's like becoming or trying new things, which is really attractive to the people that's just always staying in one place and never going out or visiting another cities. That's it.
Yeah, Well, I only heard in the second sentence you said foreign countries is. I think that there are no other mistakes.
Thank you. So my question is, why do some people enjoy collecting antiques or second-hand items?
Well, I think that when it comes to the habit of collecting old antiques, there are lots of reasons why people tend to do that. Um, I Well, one of them being the fact that it's just their personal, it's just to their personal likings. Um, my well, to them, those items have a kind of attractions that draw them. They see the beauty in those. They see the beauty in those antiques and decided um, to start collecting it as a hobby. And well, another factor is that people collect and people collect old items for in order to sell them. Um, these old antiques tend to make lots of money um, due to their historical values and um, which resulted in a in great demand in the market. Actually, my father also collects antiques, so I could actually understand why people tend to have a collection of old items or secondhand and or antiques in general.
I think you only have like one things to fix. I think you mispronounced the end in the drawn to then.
I Yes.
And I think you should like slow down because we have plenty of times, and also um, it will like affect your thoughts. Will make it like it is hard for me to follow what you are talking about. So yeah, I think that's the only two problems.
Thank you. Well, so it's please wait. I'm looking for a question.
It's okay. Take your times.
So my question is, why do some people not exercise even if they know it's good for them?
There are some factors that affect this phenomenon. When people who need exercise doesn't do or don't even do it. The first reason is that I think they are afraid of being hurt and have like so many misinformation about exercising. For example, people believe that playing badminton can affect your core, which is make you like being it's not fit in the structure, and yeah, it will affect your core structure, which is a myth because it's being proven that it's did not affect that much, and and it's only affects if you are a really professional players. The second reason is that it is hard, especially people with obesity, really afraid of exercising, since it's like from their personal and their laziness, and they just think that it doesn't need to, they believe that their bodies have their own exercise, and they don't need to exercise more. Like the body work for them, not them to work for their bodies. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I think the core structure part, I think it's supposed to be bone structure, or was it something else?
Let me search it up. Yeah, it's a spine, like the link
Oh, the
between
spine.
our head and, the butt.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I forgot the words in English, so yeah, thank you. So what can people do outdoor besides exercising?
oh, well, I believe that there are plenty of activities that people can engage in other than just exercising. Then with one of them being just hanging out with your friends or family, and hangouts are you. I think that going out with your close people can help strengthen the bond between them. Like just going to a cafe and take your time to talk with them, or maybe going to the park and have and create joyful experiences with them is really great for improving the relationships uh, between you and the people you love. Other than that, I believe uh, people also go outside for um, other reason, such as um, uh, I think I ran out of ideas.
Um, I think overall your speech is good, and I think you should focus more on your point, not to expand them. I also have this problem, so yeah, I just cut down into 2 or 3 ideas, which is doesn't make me saying, continue the flows, that not make it stop. And yeah, I think it's all.
Well, can you suggest more ideas
No, no,
or
no. I,
questions?
I mean, I mean only to focus on yours
Meant that I
idea.
only mentioned one activity, so can you suggest more activities to talk about in that topic, in that question?
Um, that was not actually I means, but to fix it. Oh no, to I don't think we need to expand it. Like to me, we should focus more on your point. For example, I really like the idea of going out with close people can strengthen their bonds, create joyful experience. I think you should put more example of what joyfuls that come from the experience, like from fishing to not only like feeling the victories from catching a fish, but also like to develop a new skills, like survival instinct. And yeah, I also like your ideas about improving relationship. It's kind of no, it's okay. It's okay. I think that's all.
Yeah, so it's okay. I'll find an question. I'll find a question. Okay, so in what situations do you think making promises is unavoidable?
From my perspective, in my perspective, uh, the circumstances that make people cannot decline a promise is that obviously the promise that they make before and then uh, forget about it. For example, if somebody's promised to coming to a party or a birthday ceremony, and if the person who promised doesn't come, it will affect the like the person who was being celebrated will really frustrated, and sometimes it will be a betrayal for some people, and it will strengthen. Yeah, well, it will not strengthen their bonds, and like they get because like their friendship is no longer very strength, and yeah, and they won't be, and if the situation go bad, they won't be friends anymore. That's it.
So it's your from my perspective is actually right. It's from my perspective and in my opinion, and I think the last the last sentence, I think so. It was supposed to be their friendship is no longer strong.
Yeah, I think so. I think I should say strong instead of strength.
That's all. That's all actually.
Okay. Um, I think that question is interesting, but I don't remember it. I want to ask it's in your perspective too.
Wait, I think that situations where making promises is unavoidable is when I think that when politicians are competent or in competition to have their place in like the government, and they'll have to make promises about new policies, and yeah, about policies that can benefit their citizens. That is when making promise is unavoidable. Um, yeah, I think that is one thing. But I haven't come up with the second situation yet, but yeah.
I think we should, if you only have one ideas about politicians promise with the what candidates or competitors, as
They're
you
in
see.
they're in a competition for a place in the government. Yeah, candidates.
And I think we should focus more on that about we could talk more about the situations, like a promise about making people life better, or that um, to fix some things. I think one idea is okay, but actually the politician ideas you can uh, speak more about it, like put examples and yeah, just take it easy. I think your vocabulary and everything is really advanced, and I think it prevents your flow in speaking. So yeah, I think you can like re-talk or re-answer this question. Like just take your
So,
times.
so should I re-answer it now?
Okay.
Um, well, I believe that uh, there is one situation when making promises is unavoidable, which is when politicians who are in a competition for the for a place in the government, they must make promises about uh, new policies or regulations that will that the people can so that the people can benefit um, from that from that regulation alone. Something like better healthcare system um, or better security, and each must give so that um, the more appealing the promise, the more likely they will be voted for. So in that situation alone, candidates must make promises so that they are more likely uh, have to um, to succeed.
I think you only have problem with more likely. I think it should be more something or likely to be succeed. I think more is it's a bit additional in the sentence. Is yeah.
Well, thank you. Um, okay. So then my next question is, do you think people sometimes benefit from breaking the rules, as in like the positive meaning?
From my experience, I believe that sometimes. Wait, what the question again? Can you like write it down?
Do you think people should sometimes do you think people sometimes benefit from breaking the rules?
From my experience, I think that sometimes people can benefit from breaking the rules. The first reason that sometimes the thief or burglar is happening so many times that the police cannot control. The police is under control it, so yeah, people can like uh, do the justice for like what the police meant to do. For example, they could yeah like to catch him and like to make him to come for the station, yeah, for the place. And yeah, I think that's the reason.
Well, I don't think there's any grammatical mistakes.
But I think there are some like vocabulary mistakes.
Oh.
I think I need more ideas on this topic. May you suggest some for me?
I think then an idea for this topic is breaking rules as like kind of like fixing the rules, like making new exception for an old rules.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like more specific on the situation, because I think this question will focus on that more, or I don't know.
I think that when people are like students at school, there are some schools that have really strict rules for their students, and yeah, well, actually, I really haven't thought about it.
Like
Like
wearing something not
yeah, like sports, like you're forced to wear something that isn't really suitable, or just not like they're not useful. So it can be so people can break the rules as a way to rebel
to
against it and change, so that later the rules will be changed.
to embrace themselves.
Yeah. And another thing is like people breaking the rules in corrupted government, against corrupted governments. Like in Indonesia, the people are standing up against the government because they are like raising taxes so that they can create more incomes for the politicians.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. So, how do people have a conversation with an elderly people?
Well, I think that when it comes to speaking with elderly people, and we should be more mindful with our words so that it will show respect towards them. It's showing courtesy for older people is, I think that it is crucial. It is a crucial part in every country's culture. It is. So when as they are older, they're more experienced, and we as the young should should show that we look up to them in a way, and so that it won't be like we're disrespecting them, and well, we should be mindful with. I can't really come up with other ideas for this.
I think the only problem is showing quality. I cannot hear the word right.
Courtesy.
Courtesy. What is it? Can you type it down in the chat?
Wait, please. Wait.
And also, other than respect and like looking up to them, we also can talk with them in a kind and understanding tones. Like they are elderly people, so yeah, they are really very easily to get angry or frustrated about small things. So yeah, I think we should, if you want to expand your ideas.
Thank you for your suggestion. I think that courtesy means politeness, if I'm not wrong.
Courtesy?
Yeah.
It's mean the politeness. Yeah, I think it could be kindness. Yes. Okay.
So my question is, why are cultural or national celebrations important for a country?
I think there are some. I think there are some several ways to several factors for this. The first reason is that. Wait, can you repeat the question?
Why? Wait. Why are cultural or national celebrations important for a country?
There are several factors about this. The first thing that came up to my mind is because it's called nationals holidays. So yeah, it means if people name after that, I think it's something that's really important to a country or a regions because it might to to make a ceremony or to celebrate a really interesting or a very proudful, very proud about their history or like what they have done to like in the past and their revolution. And I think that's the most significant reason why people really should really care and yeah, intent and important, crucial to our people. The second reason is that cultural holidays um, is something that represent their personality and their origins. For example, uh, no, the origins is something that people are being recognized with. So with these cultural things being preserved, um, the more people will know about this, and it's kind of a global outlook. It's like it's a global effect, and yeah, like it represents part of the world. That's it.
Okay, well, the first is be very proud. I think it meant very prideful.
Sorry, what?
I think you meant like the very proud. It's like I think you meant very prideful.
Actually, I mean proud of something. I think proud and
Like
pride have the same meaning.
no, I meant prideful.
Prideful.
Yeah. The second is you said the word you said significant. It was supposed to be significant. I think you meant identity when you say personality. And the question was asking about a country, so it should be origin instead of origins.
Um, so thank you for your suggesting. And my question is, what can young people learn from old people?
I personally believe that young people has got along, can learn a lot from from the elder people around them. Uh, with one of the reason being, with one of the factor being um, that the elderly people tend to have more experiences in life rather than they're young. Um, they have lived far longer than their their descendants, so they have been met with more situations. They have dealt with with various uh, problems, so that they have learned and they learned from their own mistakes, and they can later on pass down these lessons about these lessons and values uh, to their children and grandchildren. Another thing is that the grandparents are usually in some nations, the grandparents are usually the generation that are still or that was still in a war, so they have fought and they have directly fought against the nation's enemy. So they they themselves has have more uh, like historical lessons to teach their children as they have directly experienced that era of the country, um, so that their descendants can learn so that the descendants can uh, learn these learn to appreciate the peace that they have grown into, the peace that they've grown with.
I think you mispronounced learn, and I really like the word decent, but I think we should fix the. No, I think it's okay. I don't know what you meant if you dressing the still in a wars. Like
Yes.
they have been in the wars, not still in wars.
Oh yeah. Um, um,
And I don't know what you mean when you say it's a piece that they grow with. You mean
I mean,
species?
I meant the peace. The peace.
Yeah, piece
Oh yeah.
that they grow with. Yeah. I think that's all.
Um,
I think the class end here. Is like the class usually end at this time.
so I think that should we wait for the teacher to come back, or
I don't know. Like in other lesson, the teacher will come like after we ask one or three questions, but it's been a while and he's not here.
I think
What's
we
your,
still. Well, should I ask more, or should we stop here?
I don't know.
Um,
Um, yeah, maybe we should continue.
well, okay then. Um, well, so my question is, do you think traditional storytelling, like folk tales, is still relevant today?
from my perspective, I think that traditional storytellings, for example, tales or myth or fables, should be continued and like being passed down from one generation to the youngers. Um, the first reason is that it might really it can be explained by the science, but it's also really in really important, like a crucial part of our um, emotional in our mental. Yeah, it's like it's meant a lot for a country in like cultural preserve. And the second reason is that I think it's because it's the origins of, and uh, it's also something that identity us, like if a people coming from a country or a region, uh, the things that they might share are about supposed to be about their countries. And yeah, and traditional storytellings is something that's impressing and interesting too, to spread it and to introduce it to international friends. I think that is all.
Okay, um, I one mistake that I found was the cultural preserve. I think it's cultural preservation,
Yeah.
and the
Okay,
second
guys, we
one
gotta
is
stop. Gotta stop now. Been going for a long time, 10 extra minutes. Well, I'm finished with all the other students as well. Now I want to make sure that you are satisfied. Tell me, is there anything you want to share with me? How did it go?
It's going well, and I have no comments.
Ning Chong?
I'd say the same as well.
Okay, great. Well, don't forget your homework, okay? The Google form. Make sure to do as much of that as you can. If you have any comments, send them to me in Zello. And let's try to be on time. We start at 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 each week from now on. We'll try to be on time and try to be early so it's easier for me.
Actually, my class ends at 6:30. Ends at 6:30. So yeah,
Offline or online?
what?
Online or offline?
Offline. I
So
have
you need
to
to travel home? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, you should have said something earlier when we were discussing that because why didn't you say anything? But okay.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Well,
So
you can tell me like directly, or well, better to say it in the group chat. But okay, like what now? We cannot do anything. We have moved it already. We have to keep it for now. We'll try to be on time. Maybe you could try to ask the other class, the other class's teacher to let you go early a little bit. Maybe you can do that, like at 6:15 or something, if it's fine. But right now I have another class at 8:30 starting next week, so I will not be able to move it. Well, it's okay if you're late a bit, but just let us know that you're late, or try to get off the other class earlier, all right?
okay.
All right, well, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have no more questions, then I'll see you next time, okay? All right, goodbye, guys. Bye-bye, see you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for coming.